That's right. What's going on inside the kitchens? Consumer investigator Todd Ulrich again takes a food safety expert behind the kitchen door to expose the violations that can trigger real problems.
Action 9 has poured over thousands of state inspections to find restaurants that keep breaking the rules and could make you sick. One of those restaurants was just closed by state inspectors after failing its latest inspection just today.
And behind the kitchen doors at New Buffet Village, our inspector found big trouble.
I definitely don't like what I just saw there.
This is it, a black substance coating the wall in the dishwashing area.
What if I told you that one of America's most trusted dessert spots was recently cited for live roaches crawling near equipment that serves ice cream? Behind the cheerful smiles and frosty blizzards was a fryer that hadn't been cleaned in a week and dairy residue turning black inside dispensers. You think that's bad? That's just the appetizer. Because once you hear how Popeyes stores raw chicken on the floor, and why Panera reheats frozen soup instead of making it fresh, you'll never look at fast food the same way again.
Restaurant inspections every week.
During the past decade, we have encountered some nasty violations and some very intense confrontations.
To learn to roll with the punches while exposing Metro Atlanta's worst health violations.
You have to leave.
And by popular demand,
Fake news.
this is the greatest hits of the Restaurant Report Card.
Stop the recording then.
I want to ask you about your last health inspection, sir. We have a couple of quick questions. Hey! Hey!
The news is what
Come on now. We want to ask about the inspection.
Ask about the inspection.
I'm gonna knock your ass.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
After an employee was caught cutting meat on the ground outside the restaurant.
Meat is being cut behind the restaurant on the ground. I want to make sure that's not being served to customers.
And who could forget about this incident? An inspector forced an employee to throw away food at the crispy, crunchy chicken inside the Chevron on Fulton Industrial in Atlanta.
No, it's not.
Management said the employee was preparing food for his own consumption.
You walk into Dairy Queen for a blizzard, expecting the clean counters and bright signs to match the frozen treat in your hand. Inspectors in Naples, Florida, found something else entirely. They wrote down sightings of cockroaches crawling near the very stations where desserts were prepared. Not hidden out of sight, but under counters where employees scooped ice cream and blended it with toppings. That's only the first layer, because what looks polished up front can be sickeningly hollow in the places the public never sees.
This after rats were seen roaming around the kitchen area.
How many rats do you have here?
like 10, 15, some
10 to 15 rats here?
like this sometimes.
And they're getting into the food?
I wore out my welcome at Napoli Pizzeria in Sandy Springs.
You have a 49 and a U, but you have a 90 up there on the wall.
Okay, you guys are not welcome here.
The store was forced to stop food sales and then temporarily shut down to get rid of the rats.
Adam, you're not welcome over here.
And last but not least,
A fast food chain wants you to picture order, speed, and predictability. But behind the swinging doors, the reality looked closer to the neglected heart of a warship engine room. Oily, corroded, and ignored until systems fail. Think about it. When you walk into these places, you assume each step has been checked and double-checked. Fries drop at the right temperature. Desserts get poured from sanitized machines. Thermometers confirm food safety. In truth, inspectors noted thermometers not just broken, but missing. Fryers dark with grease sat waiting for another round of food even after going days without cleaning.
Fake news.
So wait a minute, so you're saying the 49 and a U is fake?
It's fake news.
The 49 and U is fake news?
It's fake news. David, tell him what's fake news.
I got kicked out of the business after questioning management about moldy food in the restaurant.
Two things to tell you. Thank you for coming, and I think you guys are fake news.
Well, I think you have a problem with your health score, and we want to find out what you've done to correct it.
And residue wasn't just a faint stain, it was visible grime that had built up over time. The Naples inspection uncovered specifics that stripped the illusion. A fryer hadn't been touched for cleaning in days. The oil darkened and breaking down, coating baskets and clinging to sides. Dairy equipment showed black clumps forming deep in the mechanisms, layers sticking where they should have been scrubbed and sanitized daily. That residue, built from milk and sugar, had hardened inside parts where employees dispensed desserts. It takes days, sometimes weeks, for that buildup to reach the point of discoloring into black deposits. Roaches crawling near such surfaces completed a picture of a system too lax to protect customers. Using fryer oil past its limit might sound like a minor cost-saving move, but picture a Navy vessel running its engines with lubricants that should have been replaced weeks earlier. The machinery keeps moving, but efficiency collapses quietly, and the chance of sudden failure climbs higher every hour. That's what uncleaned oil in a fryer does. Each new batch of chicken or fries picks up breakdown byproducts and tastes off while exposing customers to chemicals burned out of degraded oil. An engine room crew would call it a risk to mission completion. In a fast food kitchen, management often calls it good enough. Reports showed more than a single failure. Naples wasn't described as a fluke. Missing temperature logs, repeated infractions, and back-to-back visits from inspectors showed a pattern of shortcuts. When the same issues keep appearing, thermometers gone, log sheets blank, residues ignored, it doesn't read like a rare crisis. It reads like a company running with tolerances stretched thinner each month, just waiting until oversight forces a reset. If that correction never arrives, decay continues quietly in the shadows. Talk to employees, and another picture emerges. Rushed preparation isn't treated like a one-time necessity. It's routine. Components get reused instead of replaced, not because a fryer suddenly went down, but because this became the accepted practice. In that environment, ignoring small problems is part of the job. When an ice cream machine spits out product with buildup around its nozzles, the response isn't to pull it apart and clean it. The response is to push another order through and hope no one notices. It isn't laziness so much as a system stripped of margins, where workers are expected to move faster than the equipment can stay clean. So the blizzard, the treat itself, isn't just a cup of ice cream and candy. It's also a storm of hidden shortcuts. Oil recycled until it turns sour, dairy edging toward contamination, counters crawling with insects. Not the kind of imagery any dessert brand wants in the public mind. Yet that is exactly what those inspection documents forced into daylight. When oversight in a ship's engine room drops below standard, silent breakdown creeps in until the entire system falters. The same truth plays out in these kitchens. Quiet neglect, repeated again and again, erodes the functioning core of the restaurant until the polished surface is nothing but a disguise. If Dairy Queen's hidden failures undermine even the simple dessert, Popeyes shows what happens when the main meal, fried chicken itself, becomes the battlefield. Roaches under the dessert counter, chicken sitting on the floor, dairy equipment coated in black residue. Each detail shows how fragile the system becomes when speed outruns discipline. A powerful warship can look flawless from the harbor, yet crumble without routine oil checks. These chains operate the same way, hiding breakdowns behind bright menus and cheap meals. That's why you should demand scrutiny. Food safety is no less critical than military readiness, because both can collapse where the public can't see. Before you hand over your money for convenience, ask yourself what shortcuts may already be hiding inside the kitchen.